I love the fact we focused on the DA part of that last video, but we forgot the fact that guy got left hanging. He's
Oh yeah, the high five.
Word is he's still waiting for that high five. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the PUBG European League. We are in the promos, and Jazza, he did really well in that quiz. He got as many points as his team did in the last game.
That's mean. You made Martin cackle. Well done. You horrible man, you. Poor old Jazza.
Oh,
you be
come
nice.
on, he can take it. He can take it. If he's gonna troll in one of those things, he's got to be able to take that sort of abuse. But yeah, Airstation Mike's not been good for them, honestly. A team that we had some pretty high hopes for coming into this one. At the moment, as it stands, with now 6 games remaining, it's looking pretty good for 7 and ENCE to return to PEL. There's still a lot of games to play, a lot of points to be had. The question is, what is happening with our other two? DA, they're kind of finding the positions, and they're kind of getting the points, but they're just being average at the moment. GamerLegion, it ain't working for them. I just spoke to them last time. They just said, we had the chance to send it. We could have gone for this other compound down south. We chose to go around to the east. We chose to go around to the north, and they went to the yellows. And then I said, well, the problem is, once you're in that yellows, you're kind of pinned by the mountain. You can't go anywhere, and that's obviously the position they ended up in the battle with ELGIGANTEN in the hills, and then there's no way down from there once it pulls away. So a lot of problems for some of these teams that are trying to figure out. Trainard, 10 kills for them in the last game, though.
Yeah, really nicely played from them. They're a little bit of like a slow-boiled team, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel they're quite up there yet, but they've been playing really well, just kind of catching off a couple of moments here and there. They've been showing they've got some big potential, and I wonder if they could maybe solidify that on the final day. And it's the final game of today, at least. We've had ENCE picking up 3 wins so far.
Yeah.
Actually pretty unreal.
So, I mean, what are the realistic possibilities? Because it's 105 points at the top, right, for 7 at the moment, 94 for ENCE. And then you've got a 14-point drop-off immediately to second place. So there's starting to be a gap. It's starting to form. But I guess you go all the way down to the bottom where Lascar and Airstation Mike are 32 and 36 points. They're going to have a mega day tomorrow if they want to really push their chances. But for GamerLegion, they're only on 41 points. They need to have some massive performances before, otherwise they're gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some of the teams are starting to realize this now. It always feels like, oh, we've got so many games to play, but it is only 20. And no, there's not that many left anymore. You still have tomorrow's games, and it does become do or die time, but if you haven't shown that promise, that prowess yet, I feel like you're watching it just slip away from you.
Well, here we go. The final game of the day on Erangel. Just 6 matches remain in total for the promos to see which 4 teams will rejoin the PEL in 2020. As the bird will go, ooh, it's not great. It's going over the power and down to Prim. It is a south plane.
Very southern plane.
That's got to be a Sosnovka map, a circle.
You're thinking it. It could be Milta. It could be
dead center with Bajinki.
Potentially, yeah. We will see. It is going to sit further south. Wondering where it goes, where teams adjust to, if anyone goes for something crazy. Teams going north, of course, will have such a long stretch now. I'm wondering where people go if they have backup drops that they feel comfortable with. I think Primorsk will finally have a team fully looting it here.
Will we get the circle that PKL had this morning?
Oh, the Milta.
That would be, well, fun for us. Not
DA would like it.
Not so much for the teams. If you don't know what I mean, check yourself on social medias. It was a pretty epic finish down on the Milta Power, right down in the corner. But we'll see. There's obviously the teams that are in the north are the ones that are hampered. Looks like ENCE are going to be heading off towards the north side. Kameski stuff. Okay, it's over to the eastern side. Another eastern circle. So what's that? 5 eastern circles and 1 west now.
Yeah. Again, ENCE will probably be happy with this.
Easy for ENCE.
So they're pretty sat there like, when was this? Where was this during PEL? Where was this?
Well, I hate to keep harping on about Phase 1 circles, but there's a reason ENCE also did very well in Phase 1. Yeah. A lot of the circles were over this side. A lot of the circles were in their backyard. It helped them a lot.
And I'm not going to say that's the only factor, because there are other teams, obviously, who drop out here who did far better. I mean, Phase drop over in the East a great deal of the time. But I think comparably, ENCE needed that, and their style just didn't really apply throughout the regular season. So it's way more than just circles, but obviously this is a huge helping hand. If they'd consistently seen the same circles, I'm sure their mentality would fall back to, well, we know how this goes. But we saw Tempest doing very well out of these sort of circles as well. They have big territory to be had, and they've become very quiet after having a very loud performance on the initial days.
Yeah, Unity, they had the high kills as well, but, I mean, what are they on? What, 50 kills total? Considering ENCE are only on 48 kills. You know, they're ahead of in terms of kills. They're obviously not getting the placements, not getting the wins as well. Tempest is still, as you say, kind of quiet for them. They did have a second place in the Sanhok matchup, though, despite the fact it wasn't really that close, because ENCE kind of had them dead to rights. Okay, what do we see? We see IG centering up. They have the good area at the moment. ENCE obviously drop around this area. I expect them to find a decent compound. Looks like Train Hard are going for Heaven. Tempest obviously dropping in and around the shelter and stuff. Well, the Knights loot, I guess you could say. Should be able to find themselves either Alamo or Warehouse. Obviously, Mansion taken by IG is not available, and that kind of is the center point. Maybe just a little south of it. We might see quite a few teams around the prison wall as well, I think.
Yeah, it's still one of those that could... It's got a couple of options, a couple of likely options that we've seen on a regular basis.
We've seen Lumbermill already, right?
It could be one of those. Has, again, big potential for it. I would say just huge potential. I would say just because the bit of water north of Milta, it does make it less likely, but not impossible. It's quite northern. If you think we've had a couple of those circles that have been a little bit further south, but still, it's anyone's game. I think we are going to see Tempest at least have a good start. IG, good start. ELGIGANTEN, good start. Outside of that, it's anyone. So Airstation might going to put a player across quite early towards Lumber. Who is that? Hugstar. Going to be over there, claiming that one first and foremostly. He's going to at least see Tempest here, engaging on his own as well. He should be able to
finish Hanny here.
Oh, he's on his own.
He's red dotting it with an SLR. No meds. This is it's not good loot for Hugstar there. The rest of his team are coming in now. I guess he just thought he could flush him when he was in the open, but didn't catch him. The hamster aware of the little bounce that was there and braked for it. I like it. I like it.
I just like seeing teams when they, if you go in at an angle, it's less likely to like flip the front or like mess with the front. So you like can just turn it like, I don't know, 30 degrees.
Skid slightly, yeah.
It actually kind of makes it a little easier to traverse it. Not always 100%. Let's be honest. Trusting in those physics is a brave one. But now we are seeing all the teams heading over. Quick maths, we have them going through. PG-18, DA pulling way central on this. They're going right towards prison and right towards Hugstar.
Hugstar's got meds now. He's got the meds he needed. That's exactly the loot he was after. Gets SIXMO, gets in position, gets
nice
himself.
Scope too.
Yeah. Some tier 2, I think a helmet maybe there, which came in as well. So he's loving life.
He'll be loving that. Brilliant. DA, again, I don't mind the idea. You know, the thing is that when it works out, it always seems really good, doesn't it? It's like, they just send in and they got that central position. But there is that risk, isn't there? There's always going to be that chance that someone's just waiting for it. So for now, everyone surrounding prison. It looks like a bit of a circle, basically, around prison, just north of it on those fields. Everyone's going to be in this area unless a hard shift drags them away.
So Jazza's joined him. The other two members of Airstation, Mike, they've gone for the Harry Potter, right? So they've got a good split. They've got the North Prison, suddenly a lisp develops for me. South Prison Wall, I guess you could say, or the top of the prison, whatever you want to call it. And the Harry Potter, which is to the western side. Tempest trying to do the same. They've got the 2 on the East Prison Wall and 2 down on the yellows. Inside Gaming just going to not going to get it. They've abandoned
in hand. Look at this. Look at that Mad Max throw. Oh, sick. That's an entry. I like that. Kaboom, I'm here. Let's go, baby. And into the IG like, no. What sort of madness is this? They even get the flush for it, too. Love that.
What is it they do in Mad Max when they take the thing? Is it Witness Me or something like that? Yeah. It's coming in. Coming in hot. Unity coming over the bridge. 7 are there, but I think they're just going to carry on driving. You really going to go for the shot, Snoopy? No.
He was thinking about it. For a second, he was like, no. No. Oh. Snoopy's just watching this all unfold. Just sitting back, calm. Uh-oh, that's a problem. There, he's been spotted. You don't love that. if you're Snoopy. As much as it does get you a bit of an engagement, it's not a fun one, because then you become the team pinned here.
He's like, well, my car's screwed. There we go. There goes the tyres. But, as you say, the rest of his team setting up in the 3-story. I see an M24 being drawn out by Buster. I'm not sure I'd want to be going for this, Unity.
Nice.
Just chilling in his car. I got it parked, and it's safe.
I do thoroughly enjoy riding bikes down there and just being stupid. Because no one expects it to be downstairs. They hear the bike. It's upstairs. No.
Yeah.
Here they come. Further afield, Joker's making it in. We have the old Golden Coast here. Getting a couple of the trailers in. You have Northern Lights and Lost Crew working it in. That'll be the last couple of teams. Hard shift. Hard shift.
Confident from Wookie Bookie up on the building. Jokers, yeah, they're way up north. We'll see whether it shifts. Now, if I was to put my hat on and think of back in however many months ago it was for Phase 1, this would ordinarily pull up to the northernish side. Kind of like, you know, north of Mansion and stuff like that. We'd start seeing those massive, horrible mincemeat fights in Mansion and stuff with multiple teams in and around there. Actually, we're IGR. It's the kind of compound that they'd maybe go towards. But we'll see. Unity still engaged with this long-range scope battle. Not really anything to be gained from it. Northern Lights and Last Crew kind of getting drawn into it as well as they approach Milta and thinking, what the hell is happening in Milta right now? Avoid. No, they're actually getting involved and fighting as well.
Of course they are. Okay, let's see where this one goes. And it's north. Welcome to the north side.
There you go.
And Jokers will put a big old smile on their face from ear to ear.
My rates are available for coaching circles. I will put them in. Respond to DMs.
Or just watch back Phase 1. I mean, sorry to do you in there. Your business model's screwed.
No.
My bad. All right, ENCE need to work out where they want to be here. They're very split apart, but now all the teams from the south are going to shift north. From Shelter and up, everyone has to filter this area. ENCE are split here. It's risky.
They got to get together. This is too risky. Look at this rotation on the map. This is just horrible.
Jesus.
Quick math game. Legion, Tempest, Station Mike, everybody piling forward. Station Mike have gone to that nice northern, that hilltop position. They've got their first GamerLegion. We're trying to go for it as well. There is one down low below them, but it's risky. DA are wrapping around as well. They're coming past Lepovka. They're trying to go for the dip side, but ELGIGANTEN are already there. They could go to the cliffside compound. That's probably where they're going to have to end up. And still very much spread. They're being very confident to try and hold this with 1-1-1.
Yeah, once that gets worked out, though, they're going to get crashed. Surely, Quick Math's going to crash towards Train Hard. Noki is there, and Noki is good. That's already 2 gone from Quick Maths, as Phantom found 1 as well. So Quick Maths not adding up the situation in front of them and making these errors. Digger's been lost, and now it looks like 1 man is alive, and he's the only one standing for them.
Quick math, that has not gone well for you, has it? They're going to be the first team going down airfield. Not too much left, just the 1 man staying in the granny. And he's going to get found out there. So Quick Math down in 16th place. Train Hard with a big 4 points. All the points they need. They were sitting mid-table, but they have started to step it up. They are fragging out at the moment. 50 kills. They're equal, actually ahead of the likes of ENCE in terms of fragging power. They just need to get those positional placements to join with it.
Yeah, if they combine those 2 elements, they will be a scary, scary team. ENCE have held the 1-1-1. IG are staring at Rustanmar's position like, is that just you in there? Can we join you? Is there an option?
They're in that little shack thing, aren't they, as well? I think it's a horrible cross. And I think, yeah, judging by the position, because Draenard just took that granny now, to cross over on Rustanmar's just death, because that road would be available. So it almost defends him in the position he's in. Meanwhile, up the top, you can see Northern Lights sort of coming into the hills of Yasnaya. The Jokers still have 1 up here. That's set. Held that high compound by Stalber. He's going to get across there. It's not a great spot for Northern Lights to be in, but it's, at the moment, you know, they're late into the circle.
Get what you're given.
Yeah.
That's all that's pretty much there here. And Tornado 2-2ing, probably just going to eventually bring those others across, wait for the new circle to come in, see what predicament they are now going to find themselves in. Joker's getting that contact with PG-18, not surprising. This is a very condensed area on this side, as Northern Lights will be the ones to get in that third-party building further west.
Well, that's going to be a battle for the northern side with Deboop Wow, he just landed the tap. He should have just carried it on. He felt he wanted to go for the mini 14, but he managed to land the initial 100% tap on ELGIGANTEN. I'm going to get his name right. Get it right. ELGIGANTEN, apparently.
I see.
So I've been told. Sure, if it's wrong, I'm blaming you. just throwing it out there.
Okay, ELGIGANTEN, IG, DA. This is a very, very common spot. Let's see if it centers up on it. Pretty much does. The northern area still has a couple of compounds ready if someone goes on those wide swings. But keep in mind, look how much water's in this circle still. That hillside, it can't contain as many players as you'd imagine. Right where I think
God, look at
Knockitive
this
is.
south rotate.
Yeah, everyone's piling in. And Knockitive can get that little cliff edge, which is quite strong, I think. He can get his car into that and beat Airstation Mike to it. ELGIGANTEN can't get clean fights on that, but they can get clean fights towards ToWzErA. He's pulled in, he's pulled up, and now it looks like ELGIGANTEN might be in trouble.
ENCE sticking with a 2-2.
They're brave boys right now.
But it's kind of worked out for them. GamerLegion came up. They could go to that L compound, but instead they're not. They're going to go for the hill dip. Well, ELGIGANTEN are there. ELGIGANTEN are looking this way, but they're coming up behind them. They've got to turn around. Suddenly they realize, hang on a minute, there's some vehicles near us. That's a nade?
No.
Well, did he switch to a smoke? Okay, he did switch to a smoke. I thought he just naded his own teammate there for a second. Meanwhile, on the cliff side, Unity also coming up behind them. That's all on that hillside position. GamerLegion just not comfortable with this spot, and I don't blame them. It's not pretty right now. This is gonna get messy.
Yeah, and a reminder, even though it looks like there's these cliffs and these hills, there is very little cover around it. It's very open area.
Yeah.
The terrain is not kind here. It's smooth, open hills. There's no one in that buggy. It's just a ghost buggy coming in for one of the ENCE players. No, it's very open. So this sort of forestry is rare over here. So you've got to be clinging on to that bit of cover you have.
Tempest are on the move. I think they're just going to go into the edge of the circle. You can see them on the minimap right now. If they continue on, bjorN's going to give the signal, and GamerLegion are going to turn around and open up on them. It does look like it's going to happen. They're coming straight towards him. He owns the shack at the moment, so here we go. Now they're going to try and tear them apart. Gets the tire off Hanny. He gets pulled up to the side there. Maccandark will get himself something, but Marcelek took advantage. Got hamster. Maccandark talked down by Marcelek as well. This has gone horribly wrong by GamerLegion. They wanted to gain the points there. They pull up on inside game. A little unhand will finish the job, and Tempest just got destroyed.
Yeah, just wookie bookie and not for long. Down in 15th. From hero to zero, down again today. Has been a bad day in comparison to what we saw from them. But now GamerLegion suffering a similar
Seven are doing
fate.
the same.
And yet Seven's coming in as well. bjorN makes himself certainly known. Sprays out, pre-nades, whatever he can do. He is making sure no one's coming towards him, and it sends it right towards ELG.
Yeah, they've managed to come straight through, driving towards Maccandark. They'd all been knocked down there, so they managed to confirm the kills. Seven now swinging around. Buster going in towards IG's shack. Zampek's like, thank you very much, but he gets taken down. Where's the support fire? Doesn't come. KnorkiS gets a double nade on Edelweiss and Sadovnik, so that's the other two. They've been picked off, and the two at the house, surely IG will take them down.
You'd imagine so. It feels like they're getting fights on every single front, but they've got a bit of cover, not much. Tiny little shack to play with, and it is not a great one either.
Up in the north side, Jokers and PGA team. We knew this one was going to clash eventually. It's been boiling up, and they will finally meet. Looks like D's going to be the last man standing for PGA team. Here, Krentz down and out. The Boom's got their positional advantage. There's nowhere really for him to go. He's just got it scoped up. The circle, it hard shifts down to the southwest, and now that is obviously where everybody was positioning. Again, plays very well for ENCE, for IG, these teams that landed in this position.
Surprising that ENCE, have been able to maintain this 2-2, but they have, and it's going to pay off, and then some. The Boom lingering, looking for D's.
He just stared straight. Oh, the smoke down there.
Yeah, I think there's just like a little, there's a little ledge as well, which makes it very hard to see, but that smoke will be keeping him safe. Yeah, these two are the only ones who aren't currently fully inside the circle. D's going to make the madman run if he can, still being kept alive by the smoke, and it feels like a matter of time until that dissipates. Yeah,
Jokers have the big advantage. Looks like it's going to work out. I tell you, that was presumptuous of you to try and catch a fly out the air with a pen. Gotta be honest, like, that drew my attention, but that did. D's with the shot on the Boom and the blue pushing. That's a player down for Jokers. He's going to get himself some meds off. He might even be able to run through and get some loot. Who knows? We'll find out.
Oh, D's, how's he done that? I'd be pretty mad if I was the Jokers. They could have had 4 standing coming into this. And yeah, it's still not good positioning, but at least 4 alive, you've got options.
It's been stolen by Trainhard.
Oh,
another one yoinked away.
Here we go. Let's see. again, most of the
Got
teams...
the UAZs off. No
He's
wheels.
off.
No
Oh.
wheels.
Oh, that's horrible, isn't it? He's just going to
It's going to give Trainard another point, I think. I think
Maybe.
Trainard should collect this one.
How far can you make it? You can go into
It's
the
good. There's a
ditch.
big dip
KnorkiS
over
going
here.
for it.
Yeah.
KnorkiS already pushing out for this, it looks like. Pre-nade. Oh, if that nade gets him, I'm going to lose my mind. Go on, KnorkiS. If you land this.
Oh, he's going for the shack. Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, that's
it
where
would've
he's
been
aiming.
good. Oh, that's not bad either. There we go. Train hard. 6 kills this game.
10 in the last.
Northern Lights having a bit of vision on them there. Gotta be careful. The Jokers have made it in the north as well. They've gone onto the very edge of this area. Not great in the long run, but for now, it gets them in the circle.
So where we would pull, everybody's pretty much in position, just a couple of knocks back and forward. Is KnorkiS still hunting Snoopy on the coastline?
He's somewhat, yes.
I feel like that's what's happening at the moment. I don't know.
I don't know if he's hunting him, but he's definitely over there.
Or is it either that or he's fell down the cliff and can't get up?
I have fallen and cannot get up. Oh, let's see, has he fallen?
Okay,
No,
so
that's Snoopy.
Snoopy's in the ditch. Where's KnorkiS behind him?
To be fair, Snoopy's got like really good cover from behind him, so it's hard to dig him out of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Like,
You're
look at
not
that.
going to get him out of there.
That's horrible. And he knows it. He's smug about it too.
Yeah.
Leaning away.
Giving it the dance.
Okay, new circle's going to be the defining one because the open area then just gets so much worse, right? It's like if it goes towards... Well, ENCE are pretty okay in most situations unless it goes really far south and they might struggle a bit.
Yeah, they're going to struggle to regroup
Yeah,
from this spot, but...
Again, they'll have to bank on other teams engaging to be able to get that sort of rotation they need. IG and 7 right in their way, and then everyone else can pile in. It's more, if this goes south, there isn't much cover to be played with. You're clutching at straws. So let's have a little look. Obviously, southeast is the one that's very open where ELG currently are. Where is this going to go? Stalemate for now. Okay.
Yep. Okay, on to ENCE. Easy for ENCE.
This is horrible for Airstation Mike. ELG can shuffle. DA might be able to get in. I don't know what vision ENCE have on this. And the Joker's very hard spot to be in. Look at trying to leave this area.
So,
Airstation Mike.
I'm going to say it. Last crew in the L compound, GamerLegion could have gone there. It was wide open. It was they drove straight past it. And actually, they came to it as ENCE left it as well. So it was almost like they could have spotted it, but wasn't the case.
ToWzErA, that bike. Oh, Jazz is like, do I have to? Do I have to go on this one?
This bike.
Oh, show us the perspective. They're about to send it.
And that's going to be a double kill for somebody. It's going to be straight for Giganten.
Wait, they made it to the foot of the hill.
Yeah,
How have they done that? ELG just weren't facing as they left the compound? It's not good, but it's a way forward. This is very surprising they've been allowed that much room to move.
Oh, that buggy's not looking any better.
Off it goes.
Gets away. So he's going to get across. Snoopy might take shots. The number Airstation Mike and Giganten are going to be fighting. Northern Lights. Joker's sending it in the north side as well. They're going to try and launch it across. That's going to be one down. Mitraleius will claim it. Where's Moon going? He's going straight into 7. Straight into their clutching arms. That's going to be an easy one for Buster. He'll take that. Tab's going to join them. CIS feeding CIS. And it works well for 7.
Yeah, Buster stays alive. Big kills for him. 3, I think, so far already. They can hold on for more, be impressive. ELGIGANTEN working their way up. Disengaging from Airstation Mike, who still need to work their way forward. And there's a Unity player out there. Snoopy lingering behind them, slowly but surely getting closer to Airstation Mike. I wonder if they're going to even think their son could be over here.
Yeah, the backstab could cost them at least a man.
DA
maybe the turn. DA, well, they've just seen 7 going into that compound, so they're going to stop probably but just before it. Or just drive straight into it as well. 7 is just laughing at this. Oh,
What?
he tried to skid through. Now, where's
He's
his
still
teammate?
alive.
Did BeautflDeath come in? No, BeautflDeath got tucked down. There goes Mitraleius. DA go down. 7 gained 2 more points. They've now got, I think, 6 kills just from this spot from teams just sending it in there.
Oh, Snoopy's seen him. He's seen ToWzErA. Oh, no, ToWzErA.
Yeah, they've no idea. They're not even remotely
I don't
thinking
think he
about
can
someone
do it
behind.
yet. If he wants to be like a real snake, he has to wait till they get in the circle and so can he. But now the blue's on him. What does he do here?
Usually when the blue hits you, it's the panic mode, but he's not panicking. Oh, okay. It's just going to... Surely, did he... Is that close enough to here? I don't think it is.
Oh, he needs to
It's
run.
hitting you, mate.
He
It's
needs
hitting you.
to
Phase
run.
5, you're going to move. You can't just belly crawl it. He's just thinking, I'm just going to first aid again. Just keep on crawling. All right. Doesn't want to go for it. Playing by the numbers. We'll see how it works out for him. Northern Lights inside, just about. Where's the next circle go? Is it centering on them? It does go. It yoinks up. Trainhard are happy, that's for sure. You can hear the fan club just outside. The coaches and management and what kids cheering them on. ENCE are delighted. The nades coming in from Airstation Mike. Is their time to strike and get some points on the board?
Oh, but Snoopy still, it feels like that, you know, lurking threat in the back lines, which it is. They're so focused on ELG. I don't blame them. ELGIGANTEN just in front of them. It's a horrible fight to be in because Tornado Energy are dying to get involved in this as well. But look at the send it coming out from Northern Lights. They've leapfrogged in front of Trainhard, but Trainhard, they're there. They're watching this.
Yeah, this is not a spot. So the thing is, they've covered off from EG and IG, ENCE and IG, sorry. But the problem is that Trainhard are ones in the north, and Last Crew also have the position from behind. So Perfect was the last man to try and come across. So now it leaves us Deep and Spyro there. SKUIJKE trying to come across. He looks like the two ENCE boys in the north are trying to cover off. And this split could really work out well for ENCE. Here goes Snoopy though. He's finally going to strike. Goes for fake. Turns around. They've no idea what the hell just hit them. Example will get picked off as well by ELGIGANTEN. They finally turn around and find Snoopy. It's ghostar that takes him down of all things. ToWzErA goes down. Buster gets him. And now Airstation Mike are wrecked.
Yeah, they're in pieces. Another pull-up. 7, can you handle another couple of players coming away? Compot is walking wounded. They're just feeding the beast now.
Okay. That's now...
How many players and teams have lost their
possibly
lives here?
8 kills been fed to 7 in the shack. It just keeps on going. Yeah. It's like, have they not realized, but about the 5 Dacias parked outside that's like, oh, this is probably not that safe.
No, this seems fine.
But Jazza's still alive. Jazza's still alive. I didn't notice that.
How's he got away with that? Yeah, Lost Crew as well.
Trainhard have repositioned and it's got in safely, but looks of it on the northern side. They now have a vehicle over as well. They just picked up a double on Last Crew as they make their way through the smokes. I tell you what, they've got to be close to 9 kills.
Have to be. At this point, they've been going the entire game. If they keep this going into late game, this is going to be massive for them. ENCE looking a little worse for wear on bullets at the very least. A little low. Jazz has gone down. That's a push out from SKUIJKE. 8 teams remain. And ELG, again, the nades coming in. 7 are now being pushed. Finally seeing Crab go down. Maybe there's weakness in the shack. They've played out, and Buster doesn't want to let go of this position. He loves it. It's his home. He's going to defend it with his life.
He's got 6 kills and counted, 9 kills for 7. All they did is sent it to the shack. These two have managed to hang on and do what they can. They're looking for another 7 kills and counted for Buster. 10 overall.
SKUIJKE,
he's still
don't
safe
go
in
over
the
here.
circle.
SKUIJKE, do not come over this way.
He's got him. Nade comes in.
Death. Well done, SKUIJKE. That's how you do it. You don't go there yourself. You send the nade in. Much better.
Oh, here we go. Straight down to ENCE. So that IG compound could be a pain in the backside. TRYFFELI and SKUIJKE have to deal with him and Trainhard. They have a really hard push against them now to work their way south. They do have a couple of vehicles down there, and they see ENCE ahead of them.
Yeah, ENCE's cover isn't brilliant between TRYFFELI and SKUIJKE. That's actually a really horrible position to work out from. They basically got one tree to play with. But TRYFFELI's he's holding the peak. His car's been trashed. He knows that. And this teammates can't help them too much. The angle of which the Trainhard have
They're going
is
aggressive.
Tough.
SKUIJKE is smoking ahead of him. He's popped 3 or 4 smokes down ahead of him to go across to a northern flanking tree. It's not like he's positioning to go to his teammates. He's going aggressive.
If he just wants to get the kills, it might be worth it for him, or maybe a vehicle. That might have been what he was trying to get towards. It looks like it is. Same with Phantom. They've gone, all right, we need to actually just move here. And that's exactly the same idea. Both teams now in the vehicles heading in. Trainhard maybe get in there first, going to try and pull up on this Northern Lights, unleash everything they've got, as do IG, but still they stand. How have they not fallen yet? Everyone's looking their way. They're in the circle, and that's a ENCE.
And ENCE are safe, yeah. They've got all 4 back together again. It's worked out brilliantly. They're all getting the granny. And now Trainhard and Northern Lights clashing down on the western side of this circle. Solar doing what he can for his team. One of the highest fraggers throughout. That's brilliant stuff. Phantom will get him. 9 kills and counting, matching 7, I think, so far as well with the 9 kills. And now ENCE. The problem is for ENCE, they don't have that many kills because they've kind of just been sat in this granny, this 2-2 split, and everything's been happening around them. It's always the tail. But now's the time where they can collect the kills.
Yeah, this should be theirs all day of the week. I don't see a world in which they don't pull this off, and they're trying to get those kills, but people are being elusive. Look at KnorkiS, he's making it hard work. He's running the outskirts. He's going to be burning down. Trainhard are working hard, and they're trying to stay alive in this, get into the circle, but their options are down to a tree, a rock, a smoke, a burning vehicle. seniks is the one to find Solar. He's been their point man in this, but can anyone else try and peel away some of these points from them?
I mean, in the circle at that tree line. Squeaky. I want to kill him. Not going to work out, though. Yeah, KnorkiS going to get caught out, so no way for him. Rip will get him for last crew. Last crew trying to gain as many points as they can. And now the circle goes straight onto ENCE. And now we could see a back-to-back-to-back winner. Would be our first one.
Yep.
I don't even think we had one throughout Phase 3, did we? I don't think we had a back-to-back-to-back throughout Phase 3. If you're ever going to step it up in the promos, is the time to absolutely do it. And ENCE are thriving with these circles.
Yeah, finally seeing them back to some sort of form is always lovely.
It's nice to see the ENCE emotes in chat as well, because they've been pretty quiet for the last two phases. Yeah. So, you know, they invested in Phase 1. And now they can finally...
The stonks are up now.
We can support our boys!
Yeah, stonks are on the rise for ENCE. We're doing good. Yeah, they should be fine here. Again, IG in a good position to try and get points for themselves. That's going to be through frags. They have 3 kills so far. They might be able to get a couple of more. And it looks like it's actually... last crew did away.
miikaz on the roof. They're desperate for a couple of kills now. So Silo's just going to bleed out in the blue. It's going to be between IG and ENCE in the end, with Deep just working his way in. TRYFFELI is so desperate for kills, he's actually running out towards it. The nades all come through.
Hey.
There goes 1, there goes 2. Chappie's gone.
Hey,
Nade will finish it. 2-all for ENCE. So they're up to 4 kills and counting. And now they're looking towards the IG boys and Deep over in the west. I don't even think they realise where Deep is out there.
No, I don't think anyone knows. I think ENCE probably make the assumption that IG probably have 3 alive more than anything. They're pushing it. They're pushing it. Look at Rustanmar, look at miikaz. They're just running out towards a damn tree. They put the smoke down. They're going to try and work up on these guys. Let's see who's up for the fight now. Aggression with ENCE. Let's maybe go first person with one of the teams. Oh, Pixel. If he goes on that roof, that would have been so risky. Rustanmar makes a big wide flank. That's not ideal. He's down to a 1-shot. This could go a little bit wrong, but Rustanmar is up to the fight. Deep has gone down. It's down to 2 teams. seniks falls and Pixel's on 1 HP.
He's 1 HP behind the dash here. We'll get the first aid off. No, he cancelled it. And now he gets caught out. That's going to be it. ENCE will take it to another 6-kill win. Paul's going to have to run him straight over there. You know what? You might as well just put a chair behind them and sit there and wait for them to pick it up. 4 wins in a day. What an incredible performance from ENCE today. Back-to-back-to-back winners. They took the first round today on Miramar. They took Sanhok, and they've taken 2 games running on Erangel. Paul, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, Lee, you said I had to run down here, but actually I didn't, because I was just standing over there for the last 4 rounds because it was pointless. There was no point in going anywhere. Boys! Back-to-back-to-back chicken dinners, 4 on the day. Is that job done? Are you back in PEL for next season?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, we should be, I guess.
But you're still going to come back tomorrow and turn up and at least, put some more points on the board, I would imagine.
I mean, might as well win the LAN, get some confidence and,
I mean, I'm going to ask all of you, actually. D-Man said on the commentary that maybe this is the springboard. Maybe this is the start of something that you go back to what you were in Phase 1. Has anyone got any comments? Do you want to talk, Rustanmar? Do you want to... Come on, talk to me. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, is this the start? Could this be the start of the... Because you're all communicating. You're all happier now. Everything seems to be working again. Does it feel like Phase 1 again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, he's a man of few words, but that's fine. TRYFFELI, another terrific game from you as well in the last game. You enjoy that?
Yeah, obviously. It's always fun to win. And yeah, I feel like it brings a little bit more confidence also winning this many games. So the team morale is pretty high up, and hopefully we're going to keep the same track on tomorrow.
Well, best of luck. Thank you very much. That's ENCE, ladies and gentlemen. 4 out of 5 in the day. Top dogs as far as day 3 is concerned, and pretty much assured of going back into PEL for 2020.
All of those chicken dinners, they can open a restaurant now.
I don't think that's enough to open a restaurant, but it's a good start for it, at least. 4 chicken dinners. It's the first time we've seen this happening here. And it's just amazing that ENCE is able to pull that off. It's just beautiful to see right now. They're literally just carelessly playing. They don't really care what's happening. They just do whatever they want to do on the playfield.
Guys, I figured it out. I literally figured out why ENCE is playing good now.
Why?
Because, and also why they were playing good in Phase 1. It's literally, I've put the puzzle together.
Okay, tell us why.
because they're Finnish, they can't play good in the summer. It's too hot, so they only play good during the fall, the winter, and the spring. When it's summer, it's too hot, they don't play good. It's literally, it's getting colder now. We're in October.
It's
the reason.
either the weather or...
It is 100% the weather.
Okay. So Avenger says the weather. We saw earlier that the GM of ENCE was replying to Red Eye's tweets, making a comment saying it's about time that they showed up. So you say it's the weather, maybe it's the pressure, or maybe they just miss their friends in the PEL.
It's 100% the weather. I guarantee it. I figured it out.
So
guys.
are you saying if Vikeni would win, they would win every game there?
At least 50%. Minimum.
The 2-2 split, they pulled it off again. Why did none of those teams adapt? They'd seen it happen already on the same map the game before, and yet ENCE was able to do it again.
Well, this was another story though. We're on another spot on the map. It's totally different. ENCE, on the other hand, this is home turf for them. Being just by StarLadder, that's where they like to live. That's where they like to loot. And I mean, they just did a pretty greedy 2-2 split, but it worked out for them pretty well.
Yeah, and they managed to get all 4 guys together as well in the end. And honestly, this to me, this talks to how much space there is on the map, how much space there is for these guys to play on, and they're taking advantage of it. They're finding out step by step. It took them a bit of time. First, they're figuring out how much space they got, and now they found out, wow, guys, we managed to grab some good compounds in the beginning. We've got so much space. We're putting so much together. Buster, though, with 7 kills, guys.
Talking about space, though, we saw that ENCE had that split, of course, but when the circle went north, it was literally 2 teams up in the north.
Yeah.
Nobody else. And if you draw a line more or less in the center of the circle, the north side of the circle, it was totally empty, more or less.
There's 4 spots available for PEL. ENCE is running away with that first spot. Is that concerning for the other 3 teams? Because...
Not for 7.
7 in, I'm talking about the gap between ENCE and 7 and all the others. Is that what the team should be concerned about? Because if you've got that big gap between the top spot qualifying, how are you going to cope?
Let's mathematically look at it. There's no chance there's 4 teams that is going to pass ENCE, so they're safe. 7 Esports, it looks very unlikely there's going to be 3 teams passing them unless they completely bomb out tomorrow and get a sub 15 point day. On the other hand, guys, let's point this out though. Last crew, they are last. It is very fitting. My good friend Miniman pointed out maybe they should rename next season to First Crew. That way they will actually not be last.
You were so cheeky, Avenger. GamerLegion, can they pull this back?
I think it's too late.
Guys, how many points did ENCE get today?
They have got...
70 what?
Are you making me doing quick math
No,
on
I'm
the
just
screen?
okay, I'll just say 70 plus. It's 70 plus, right? Put
76.
Okay, so put 70 to 56. It's
yeah.
literally doable.
At the same time, though, when you put those points, you also got to make sure that you put points on all the other teams.
No, because they're taking all the points.
I'm going to jump in now and try to pull back to the original question. We can look at the numbers.
Yeah.
But when you look at the game, ENCE is looking unstoppable. GamerLegion, they could pop off tomorrow, but are they going to be able, if they can't stop ENCE now, how are they going to deal with the PEL teams if they make it into the PEL?
Look, if you're going for ENCE right now, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
What you should be looking at is from Inside Gaming on 10th place right now and upwards. That's the teams that has the most chance to actually qualify. The other teams below that, I'm sorry, but it's a little bit too late if you're not winning literally every game tomorrow.
Yeah, still though, it is extremely close. From 4th, Train Hard, and there's a 10-point gap down to Tornado, and Unity 1 point behind that, 3 more points. It is extremely close, and I feel like the 2 bottom spots is extremely up for grabs still. Train Hard, Tempest, they need to step it up and win some games tomorrow if they want to secure this.
I'm just going to say this.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the time we're actually going to see some hot drops happening.
Yeah, I think so
There's
too.
no money on the line here, no prize pool. It's only top 4 going to PL. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
If you want to make that, you're going to have to risk something, and that is by hot dropping the other teams.
This is what Frost wants. We did actually see it in the Phase 2 promos on the last day, so we know that that's potentially going to be pulled out. 4th spot right now, Train Hard. Kind of the dark horse in this one for me because they've come out and every day steadily got better.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about them in the beginning. They've been doing pretty consistent throughout the days, but it's still just about average. It's not more than that. Today, They popped off a little bit harder. Now they're up there. But the big question is, will the pressure get them, or are they going to be able to stay there for tomorrow as well?
For me, let's take a comparison here looking at, for me, ELGIGANTEN has been proving up, but KnorkiS has really been showing up here. 26 kills out of the 60-some that his team has had. He's solo carrying them right now, and I really wanted to see ELGIGANTEN be within range, and they are. Like, we're talking tomorrow, one good game, they're going to be in top 4. So tomorrow, it's going to be such an exciting game tomorrow, guys.
You can see the schedule now. Tomorrow, 5 more matches, and then we will know who the 4 teams are that are going to be in PUBG Europe League 2020 Phase 1. Right now, 2 of those PEL teams more than likely going to guarantee that they move through, but there could be 2 new teams potentially joining the PEL in 2020. Who do you think it's going to be? Was it too soon to say? Do we not want to put our necks on the line?
It's going to be one of our 3rd to 8th places. I know it's kind of weak, but Tempus has not proven consistent enough to keep that 3rd spot right now. Trainhard has just managed to get 4th right now from the how well they have been playing today. I'd love to see the Trainhard guys be able to pick it up and get into PL. It's nice to see that these guys are able to still frag out like they are and still play as well as they are without Wacko, who retired just before Phase 3. One of my favorite players and one of the best players coming out of his country. It's sad to see him go, but I'm extremely happy to see them still being able to keep it up and actually perform to this level.
Tempus, they got 64 points in the first day, meaning the 2 other days now, they've gone about, well, 39 points. So if they do that tomorrow as well, getting around 20 points, I don't think that's going to be enough.
No,
One of the other teams, they will be catching up and they will be taking over that spot.
Yeah.
So Tempus for tomorrow, they need to find out what did we do right the first day, what is not going right these days.
There you have it. 1 more day, 5 more matches, potentially 2 more teams joining the PEL. We might never have heard of them before. Maybe one of the others can do some magic and get a stack of chicken dinners. We'll have to wait and see. It's all going to come down to the line tomorrow. We will be back then. See you there.